And if we could all stand the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. So, welcome to the regularly scheduled April meeting. We open with a public comment period. This is an opportunity for any member of the public to come forward with an issue, an idea that can't be voted on this evening because it's not on the agenda, but the issue can be brought to the council's attention. And Miss Jenny Flanagan is coming on up to enlighten us.
Jenny Flanagan.
Oh, you just shut it off, I think. Hey, it's a face up here. Hey.
Jenny Flanagan, 46 Washington Street. I saw 4 items in the correspondence.
Yes.
Having to do with affordable housing.
Yes.
They all sound fabulous, and I encourage the board, the council, to look specifically at those.
Thank you. We have. Anyone else?
I'd like to say something.
It's spring, and I bet you there's some trash to talk about.
So this will be the last time I will say this, because in a few short months, I will no longer be sitting up here. But it is no better now than it has been the last time I said it. In fact, it's probably worse. This town is not an ashtray. If you smoke cigarettes, that's your choice. Do not throw your lit or smoked cigarette onto the street, onto the sidewalk, into our gutters. It is disgusting. It is toxic. It is dangerous. I was standing outside of Navigant Credit Union yesterday, and a man walked by and threw his lit cigarette onto the grass, which thankfully it was pretty green, but if it had been dry, it would have sparked up and created a fire. If you smoke, dispose of your cigarettes responsibly and not on our streets. The streets are not also a toilet for your dogs. If you have a dog, as I do, pick up after them. Pick up the poop. We provide many receptacles around town, often bags, although I think some people use them as their personal supply. They're not. But there are plenty of opportunities to pick up after your dog. Just know that if I catch you walking away from it, it will not be pretty. You won't forget it, and you won't do it again. So pick up after your dog. The streets right now look like a toilet. It is disgusting. And finally, if you choose to take a nip and swig it as you're walking along and you are of age, that is your choice. Dispose of it responsibly. Do not throw it on the sidewalk, in the street, into my yard. That goes for Dunkin' Donuts refuse as well. There are so many nips around this town. Earth Day is coming up. There is an opportunity for people to volunteer and help clean up. And it's a wonderful community building event that happens every year. But I really wish we could cancel it because we didn't have to do it, because people would be more responsible. But they're not. So we will do it I will say this one last time, and maybe I'll come up next year as just a private citizen and say it again, but I hope I don't have to. So happy spring, and just do a little better. Thank you.
I'm blushing, and I haven't done any infraction.
I feel bad not even on a dog.
Right? Okay, so she's correct. Next we have Mr. Jacob Fonts, and I see Jacob's here and his family, and Jacob has attained the rank of Eagle Scout. We're going to call him on up to the podium. Come on up, Jacob. On this side. And right here. So, I'm going to read this for you, for everyone to know, because this is not an easy path. And your parents here this weekend? All right, because I have an Eagle Scout, and they received pins because of the hard work that they put in as well, because as you know, you don't do this alone. You're the person who receives the rank, but it's that first day when you were a Cub Scout and all of those meetings you were driven to, and hopefully the ambition your parents pushed you with and helped you to understand. And then now we give you the gratitude because you stuck with it. This is something that will stay with you for life. And it's probably the one or two things when you're 65 years old, you'll admit to doing when you were 17. Everything else you probably don't quite remember. But it's a big deal. I think the scouts are less than what, 3 to 5% or 3% of all scouts become Eagle Scouts. Only Eagle Scouts have walked on the moon. And you are entering into a brotherhood and sisterhood of a fraternity that is yours. You earned it. And always remember, you'll be judged differently in life. You do something dumb, you'll be looked at as cheap. You know, you're an eagle, you should know better. And if the people around you are doing something dumb, you will be looked at as, gee, you're an eagle. You should have known better. So this will open doors for you, and it is something that we, the town of Warren, are very proud of you for doing. And now I'll go into the written word. Town of Warren, Rhode Island, recognition of Jacob D. Fonts, Eagle Scout, Boy Scouts of America, Troop 6. And whereas since it was founded in 1910, the Boy Scouts of America has encouraged its members to develop citizenship through community involvement and to strive to attain personal goals as set forth by Scouting's numerous programs. Whereas to fulfill the Eagle Scout requirement, Warren resident Jacob Fonts embarked on and completed a community-oriented project, namely installing a flagpole at J. Mills Park in Warren. And whereas having completed the requirements for and having been examined by an Eagle Scout Board of Review, Jacob Fonts has been found an exceptional individual and worthy of attaining the rank of Eagle Scout. Therefore, let it be known that the Warren Town Council and the citizens of the town of Warren recognize Jacob Fonts' hard work, dedication, and commitment, and hereby commemorate his outstanding achievement. Approved by the Town Council on April 14th, 26, by Joseph D. Pasquale, President, Kerry Cronin, Vice President, John Hanley, Derek Trombley, and Louis Rago. Congratulations. Here you go, this is yours. Your sacred piece of paper. You'd like to say a few words, you can. Okay, well, get ready for your Eagle Court, because I believe you have to public speak at that one. And that's coming up in May, so prepare yourself. Everyone, thank you for your applause and thank you for the hard work. Okay. You wanna fix that for me?
We have another proclamation.
And you don't have to stay for the whole meeting. You already did that with your civic badge. So now we have numerous proclamations, and I checked with the solicitor, and I don't have to read them all, but I do have to recognize them. So we have the 57th Annual Municipal Clerks Week, and that's May 3rd through the 9th. We also have Arbor Day, which is April 24th, 26. We have Earth Day, which is April 22nd. And we have National Small Business Week, and that's May 3rd through the 9th. And Blount Shipyard received an individual award in that regard. So there they are. And next, we have a presentation. And a presentation by, I believe, the town manager. And that's going to be for the police or for the whole town?
Yes, Safe Streets for All for the community.
Okay,
Mr.
so
President.
go right ahead.
Thanks. So this Safe Streets for All is a national program. It was a grant that Rhode Island RIPTA obtained, the Rhode Island Public Transit Authority obtained, and worked with 31 communities throughout the state. They hired a consultant. It was Nelson and Nagrid, and they worked with the town of Warren to develop this safety action plan, Safe Streets for All action plan. They put together, they did research on the accidents that had occurred here in town. They reached out to community members. If you recall, last summer they had a couple of booths set up. One was at Hope in Maine, and then was one at the bike path where they interacted with bicyclists and pedestrians and got their feedback as to the projects that should be developed here in town for safe streets for all. The last part of this program or this plan is that the town of Warren acknowledges that we want to try to achieve 0 fatalities or serious accidents on our streets by 2035, and then on state roads by 2040. So the federal government is going to offer grant programs to go along with this. The first step in obtaining these grants was to have this safety action plan developed and in place. The last part of the safety action plan is for the municipal body to recognize the plan and come up with a resolution or adopt a resolution that we will try to obtain those goals of 0 fatalities by 2035 here on local roads and 2040 on state roads. That the plan that was put together by this consultant is 254 pages. I did not print that out. I gave you a copy of the executive summary. But we will put that entire plan on our website so that the citizens of Warren can take a look at that.
Brian, I'm on page 5, just so you know. But I think this is good because fatality is very important, but it's also has a direct effect on our insurance rates. So if we can address some of these issues, there may be some savings for all of us.
All right, so I'd like a motion to approve all of our resolutions today.
So moved.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank
Mr.
you,
President.
Mr. Sullivan. Next, we have interviews. We have Arts and Culture Commission and Ariane Del Rios. Is she here? Come forward, please. I was wondering why my packet was so heavy this evening. And it's your resume and your accomplishments. So you're definitely qualified for this position. Are there any questions of the applicant?
No, I just like explain what your main interest is in the
Please.
position, please.
As you know, I'm a graphic designer. I've had over 15 years of experience working within marketing and corporate and agencies. And I'm also a local artist, and I'm interested in just getting involved within the town of Warren and trying to help out with the Arts and Culture Commission. I am curious though, like what is involved and how often, like what is it, the roles that I would be doing?
I think Ms. Cronin probably knows most intimately.
I am not sure when the commission is meeting at this time. I've been to a number of the meetings in the past, but nothing recently. But they generally meet once a month.
Yeah.
They develop a list of sort of goals and ideas and figure out a way to implement them to bring art and culture into the community. Right now, the walls are somewhat bare, but we've had various installations and exhibits here in Town Hall, as well projects around town. There's some sculpture exhibits over on the bike path and whatnot, but the sky's kind of the limit. And it's a really great working group of people. It's sort of evolved over the years as far as the leadership goes and the real goals and priorities. But I'm sure your talents and your experience will be a huge asset, and you can really step in and bring some new ideas.
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm definitely interested into like seeing what's involved. I was briefly spoke with Elizabeth O'Connell, who recently had been doing the position as well, and some of the other local members of the team. I wasn't sure if they'd be able to like attend a meeting or two prior to committing, because I know that it's a full 3 years. Is that correct?
Yeah, but you could,
You can resign.
if you go and it doesn't really meet your expectations or your schedule, you can send us a letter of resignation. We basically don't let you leave here tonight without appointing you. So,
I just want to say I was really impressed, and I used to work at Bay Coast Bank and have these things at Bay Coast Bank, so I was really impressed, so.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're not gonna
If
let
you can make Louis look good, you're really good at
Yeah.
your job. I make a motion, we appoint
I mean,
Ms. Del Rios to the Arts and Culture
let me,
Commission.
of course, admit to my joking. But honestly, if you do feel that it's not the right fit, all you have to do is submit a letter to the clerk's office.
I definitely am interested in trying it and seeing what's involved and
Great.
just having a whole new perspective on it, and also working with the current members and seeing how things worked and what we can improve on.
And we could use your advice on our website as well.
Okay.
Take a look
Yes.
at that.
Yes,
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
See what your opinions are. So we have a motion, and is there a
I'll
second?
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
If you speak to the clerk during the daytime, she can set you up with the chairman of the
Or just
committee.
email.
And, yeah, email and you'll get all the meeting times and stuff that way.
Great, thank you.
yeah,
okay.
There you go.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much.
you.
thank you.
So next we have the Bristol Warren School District Budget and Declining Enrollment Group. We'll put that off until next month. Mr. Trombley's not here. Is there a motion to do that?
So moved.
So,
But
why can't we appoint
I'm
him?
ready to
I think he
appoint
should-
him right now.
Yeah, I'd make a motion to appoint him now.
We have to
oh,
interview him. do we?
Yeah.
there's no one else has applied.
Well, then we should advertise it also.
Correct.
Yeah, so I would make a motion to appoint Derek Trombley.
Discussion?
Okay.
Sure, go right ahead.
Do we know that both the Bristol Town Council and the
Yes.
school committee
Yes.
have?
It's confirmed.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
I saw the Bristol one.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Okay.
So fine, we'll appoint Derek.
I'll second Mr. Councilman Rago's motion.
Okay, why don't we appoint Mr. Rago to this committee?
Mr. Rago was asked, Mr. Rago already belongs to the Budget Committee, the Flood and Drainage Committee. Mr. Rago is retired and, Mr. Rago will be willing to help out in any way, but I think that, maybe Mr. Dees as well.
I'm not staying here as long as you. So that's.
Oh, you don't have to be on the council.
You don't have to be on the council,
Joe.
yeah.
Yeah,
committee,
good
Joe.
point, good point. So, Mr. Trombley, all in favor?
Aye.
And we'll advertise and hopefully have someone else interested in applying for that position. Next, we have Conservation Commission and one position, and Miss Madison, is it Petrie? Come on down. Tell us a little bit about yourself and why you want to join. And make sure my pronunciation was correct?
Yeah, Petri, like Petri dish.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go
Okay.
right ahead.
Hello, everyone. My name is Madison Petrie. I moved to Warren 2.5 years ago. I want to join the Conservation Commission because I'm deeply passionate about conservation And I've also done various projects already in Warren having to do with conservation.
Okay. Don't say anything else.
Okay.
I have no questions.
Everything's great right up until now.
You know, it's amazing how many great people we have in
I know.
town come forward, and I'll make a motion to appoint Madison Petrie.
I will second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you,
Thank
Madison.
you.
Yeah. So now, the vacancies, Economic Development Board, one position available. The Juvenile Hearing Board, one alternate position. And now we have Planning Board, and this is an alternate position, and Mr. Bento is here. Come on down. Familiar face to people who attend our civics.
Good evening,
Hi.
council. Yeah, John Bento. I've done a lot with the town, interested in doing a little bit more. Sorry, I didn't have a bio, could have brought one, but real quick, school committee, 12 years, about a third of that as chair. Served in the military over 24, been on the charter commission, honor roll, and I work with the Veterans Day and the Memorial Day ceremony. So just interested in learning more about this side of what you all do. And if the vacancy's there, I appreciate it. My understanding is I can only pick one.
My question to you, yeah, you can only, especially on the planning board, you can only sit on one board. My
Yeah.
question was going to be to you is which one would you prefer? Because it looks like you can have pretty much either one.
Yeah.
Because you're the only applicant for both spots.
That's not a nice way to put it.
I didn't.
He was.
Well, he is,
You're the only applicant for both positions, and as
What's your
I'm
preference?
concerned, you're
What's your
definitely
preference?
qualified. I'm asking you, which one would you prefer to be on?
My question to you is, do you have a preference? Is there one that you think could benefit that committee more? If not, I'll just pick one.
I would.
Ms. Cronin
I would
has some
ask you,
questions.
do you have, what is your, is historic preservation and the integrity of our historic structures downtown in the historic district, is that a passion of yours? Is that something that is?
It is. It is. My house is within that zone, and I own 3 other buildings in Warren, so that's why I was interested in planning our historic. I'd be happy with either role.
I mean, they're both important. They both work hand in hand sometimes.
Sure.
They're the same but different.
I think the workload would be heavier on the planning board.
Yes. Planning board impacts the entire town,
Right.
and we can't make this decision for you. You are qualified for both.
Okay, fair enough. I'll
At
do
least,
it.
at least I don't feel like I
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to.
yeah.
If
No,
you
no,
were
no, I
really going to
appreciate it.
listen to me and I put you on, I would put you on the planning board.
You know, what you said when you came, you want to learn. People don't realize you get such an education being on any board
Yep.
involved in the community, so.
Right.
And we do have a planner in our employee now, a new department head, and Ms. Polacastro is going to be working directly with the planning board, the Voluntary Historic District Commission to just bring
Okay.
them up to speed on policy and ordinance and procedure and whatnot. So it's a good time to step onto either one of those boards. There's an excellent education opportunity there for you.
Great.
Mr. Benter, as long as there's an opening, you always have the opportunity to resign and go on another board if you learn more about it and feel like you'd rather be on a different board
Fair
without saying goodbye to, public service.
enough. Okay. Planning it is.
Okay, is there a
I'll make a
motion?
motion,
I'll
we
second
appoint
it.
John Bento to the planning board.
All in favor?
Aye.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks, folks.
Next is the 250th Commission, and
You skipped over the resignations, Joe.
That's next.
That's
No,
next.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Oh,
250th Commission, and then Voluntary Historic District Committee.
Do we
And
re-advertise those again?
I would like a motion to re-advertise everything.
that's open.
That's
Motion.
open.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that would be including our new budget committee. Next, we have resignations. And we have Mr. Richard Matten.
I'll make a motion, we accept Mr. Matten's, letter of resignation and send a letter of appreciation.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And now we have Miss Janine Castleman.
I'll make a motion, we accept Ms. Castleman's letter of resignation and send a letter of appreciation.
And that's from the Affordable Housing Advisory Committee.
Correct. And also part of that motion is that we advertise those two positions that just became vacant tonight.
I'll second the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, now we have acceptance of minutes from the March 10th regularly scheduled meeting minutes. I didn't see any corrections.
No, I didn't see anything.
Make a motion to accept the March 10, 2026 regularly scheduled meeting minutes.
Second?
Bless you. Next, we have, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Next, we have acceptance of the March 18th first budget meeting minutes.
I'll make
Motion to approve.
Motion.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And next, we have the acceptance of the March 25th second budget meeting minutes.
Motion.
To accept, is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Next, we have the consent agenda. And that's P1 and P2. Is there a motion to accept? Is
Make a motion, we accept the consent agenda.
there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And next we come down to ordinance 1. And interestingly, tonight, this is an ordinance to change the order of items. And I was going to move the petitioners that are here tonight for licenses ahead. But that's what this motion does. And considering there isn't a whole night's worth of business for you to sit through, here we go. So you get to see a little bit of our business. So is there a motion to accept the second reading of our new order
I
for
will-
the agenda?
I will make that motion and note to the rest of the council that there were some amendments made to section C. So I make the motion to accept it as amended.
And it was language. Language is important.
Language, yes.
But that's the only changes, nothing in content changed. So is there a motion? There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Now we have public hearing and, no, O2, excuse me. Building and building regulations, automatic license plate reader. Mr. Trombley isn't here tonight, so I'd like a motion to continue this.
So moved.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next, public reading, request for a transfer of Class BV beverage license. And this is from Spindrift Hospitality, LLC, doing business as Chomp. And to SWM Hospitality, WRN LLC, going to also do business as Chomp Kitchen and Drinks. Is Nicole and Tanner here? Hello. Come on down. So before we get going, I'll just bring to your attention, which you probably already know, there is about a $4,000 balance that is a bar to the transfer of the license. And you probably are going to do this at closing?
Yes.
Yes.
Yep, it's
Okay.
actually been cleared as of Friday, but that and any,
Until we get it, the
Yeah.
approval tonight will be contingent on that going through. So when that comes to the clerk's office, it'll be all set.
Understood.
And ready to go. Is there anything you want to let us know about what you're trying to do, what you want to do?
Yeah, so I mean, we're
excited for you.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
so are we. Thank you very much. So, Nikki and I have both worked for Chomp now for, I think he's going on 7
Yeah.
years. I've been there for a decade almost. It's one of those things that I've I was a part of the original Warren building down on Child Street, and then previously before that in Bristol when Statesman Tavern opened on State Street for a while, I entered as a part of opening that restaurant.
Wow.
So it's been a journey for sure, and it's we're excited to kind of take over the rest of the reins that we aren't already running. So
we've
it's,
both been part owners for a while too, so just taking over as being a 50-50 partnership for this is really exciting, so.
Nice. Mr. Rego?
You're not gonna change the menu, right?
No.
Good.
no. And
Okay,
if it helps-
good.
if it
We're
helps,
good.
I've been the one
He's
making
the menu guy.
for
Yeah, yeah,
so nothing is changing.
Mr. DeSisto, do you have anything you'd like to add?
No, it's in order for you to vote on the transfer, so long as it's subject to compliance with all state and other local regulations, as well as satisfaction of the objection interposed by the wholesale distributor.
Anthony, would that be the typical motion to approve but not issue until?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we approve the transfer of the license, but have the
I got it.
clerk not issue until all state and local requirements have been met.
It's public
As
hearing.
well as-
John, we have to,
As well, yeah. I'll make a motion to close the public hearing. Oh,
Nope,
does anybody?
excuse me. So, since this is a public hearing, we allow the public the opportunity to address any comments or concerns about this transfer. And now's the time for that. If anybody has anything they'd like to get off their chest. Okay, so is there a motion to close the public
Make a
hearing?
motion, we close the public hearing.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now.
I'll make
Stanley.
a motion, we approve the transfer of the license, but have the clerk not issue until all local and state regulations have been met, as well as the outstanding,
Satisfaction of the outstanding debt of liquor.
satisfaction of the outstanding debt to the liquor supplier.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And next we have P3, which is a request for the victualling license. And is the same language appropriate?
Same language for the victim license and the entertainment.
Mr. Hanley,
I'll make a motion, we approve the transfer of the vitrilling license, but have the clerk not issue until all state and local regulations are met and the amount due to the liquor distributor has been satisfied.
is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And last but not least, the entertainment. So you guys have been there. You know that there have been some highs and lows. And I am appreciative of how you showed us how willing you were to work with the neighbors. And it's really just about, not doing something because you can,
Right.
but doing something that enhances your business and the neighborhood, because everybody loves you. So that being said,
Is the entertainment license subject to that lien as well?
My advice has always been just to batch it all
Okay.
together because it's all contingent on the liquor licensing.
I'll make a motion, we transfer the yearly entertainment license to SWM Hospitality, but have the clerk not issue until all local and state requirements have been met and the lien from the liquor distributor has been satisfied.
and John, let's just go for outdoor and indoor entertainment, various days between 12 p.m. and 9 p.m. as is currently being done.
Yep, that's
In the
the
motion.
existing license. right?
And
Yep.
is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Council.
Good
For
luck.
helping us stay on the food scene and see you down there.
Sounds
Makes
good.
sense.
Thank you. Now we have request for a holiday license from the Warren Fun Center. Al Monty, is Al here? Hey Al, come on down. So what is it you're doing and what is it you want to do?
Well, we're pretty much running the same business. We gave up the common vic license for the ice cream place. I rented that out.
Okay. And now it's just the holidays is all you're looking for, to do business on a holiday.
I-
And
The
Sunday.
clerk tells me what to do and I do.
Okay.
We all do.
Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Mr. Monty, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Al.
Thank you.
Okay, next we have a request for a holiday license from Sky Nail Spa. Is Miss Lee here? Hi, come on down.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And you also want to do business on Sunday and holidays?
Yes.
Okay,
Make a motion to approve. Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Good luck.
Thank you.
You're all set.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank you.
Next, we have request for a mobile food establishment. It's an MFE permit Chubby Chickpea Mobile is the chickpea here. Hello. How are you?
Good. Good evening. My name is Michael Rogers with PVD Food Truck Events. I'm representing the Chubby Chickpea and 4 other of the food trucks that are on the agenda tonight.
Okay. I like funny names, and that makes me, food is fun, Chubby. So any questions of the applicant?
Nope, I see the state license number here. Yep.
Which you are
Which,
7, 8, 9, and 10?
Representing the Chubby Chickpea, Antijitos y Delicious, Berry Sweets, Championship Melt, and Incredible.
all right, so 12, 10. Which was the other ones?
It was Antijitos y Delicious,
So-
Camilas,
11.
11. Okay.
Berry Sweets,
So 10, 11, 12, and 7.
Seven.
Championship Melt, and Incredible.
So was I correct?
So that's 5.
5, correct.
Okay,
5
great.
total.
Okay.
And
Mr.
they're also-
DeSisto, we can do such a thing?
Yes, this employee organization,
Mhm.
they do this around the state.
Okay.
What they do is they organize these food truck events, correct?
Correct.
And these people will be, these MFDs will be part of that.
Mhm.
So it's
7,
appropriate to
12,
batch these
11, and 10.
Thank you. Yes.
That's 4.
Yeah, we are doing an event with Blount Clam Shack,
Mhm.
the Blount Family Day
Oh,
on
yeah.
June 20th.
It's a big
So
deal.
we're organizing all the food trucks for that event, and these trucks have not been previously licensed in Warren. So we're getting their license today, and then
Excellent.
others are getting renewed as well.
So council members, it's 7,
Yeah.
10, 11, and 12.
That's 4.
And
Yeah, that's
8.
what he said there was
I thought you
5.
said
Eight.
5.
And number 8,
There's 5, correct.
Oh,
Five
number
of them.
8.
Incredible.
Yes.
Incredible, correct?
Okay.
Yes.
Yep, okay. I'll make a motion.
I screwed up by not saying.
No worries.
I'll make a
Thank you.
motion. Can I just call them by the P7 number, or I gotta read the whole name out?
No, you can do the numbers, although I think that chubby chickpea should come. Too, because it's so chubby.
I'll make a motion. We approve P7, P8, P10, P11, and P12.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you so much for coming in tonight.
Thank you. Just on a personal note, I would
Yeah.
love to say what you did for the young gentleman as the Eagle Scout. I'm an Eagle Scout myself.
See that?
It just really touched me that you were able to do that. for
Should
me.
have
So
told him
thank
that
you.
first. We would have moved you right through.
Yeah.
Next, we have P9, request for a mobile food establishment permit from Bev Voyage. Hello. And you're Miss Torricelli?
Yes.
Hi, tell us quickly a little bit about what you're doing.
We started off as a mobile bartending service, doing weddings and such. And it's kind of transformed into a mobile coffee company. So we have our coffee cart.
No liquor.
What was that?
No liquor, right?
No
Just-
liquor
oh, okay.
on the cart. No.
All right.
Make a motion to approve P9 for Bev Voyage Coffee.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There
Thank
you
you.
go.
Look.
Thank you. Next, we're moving right along. P13. Miss McMillan is, hi, front row. Request for an MFE Sugar Rush.
Sugar,
Ice
like a
cream,
Bostolian.
sugar, yeah, all right, sugar. There you go.
Yeah, ice cream truck. We're gonna buy wholesale lemonade from Warwick and do novelties just for events.
Okay, we do have Ms. Thibodeau just arrived at the right time. Do we go out to bid for, so we do go out to bid for a lemonade service
I
around
think
town?
that's just for the beach.
For the summer.
Well-
Yeah, Pelagi's already has the beach, I was told.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to go out to bid. That's why I'm just bringing it up to you. Yeah,
How much is the?
well, look at the paper or talk to Ms. Thibodeau.
Okay.
And that's the thing. It's up to you how much you wanna
Oh, it's a blind bid.
bid. Yeah.
Same thing
it's-
like Cold State. Okay.
It's sealed.
And does that include the kids camp, the beach? Okay.
Yes, so
can
talk
we
to
do-
Ms. Thibodeau.
Okay.
I'll make a motion. We approve P13 for Sugar Rush.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Hi.
You're
There you
all
go.
set
I was
with
gonna
this,
get in next to her.
I will. My son's next. so-
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Family
sorry.
affair. Request for an MFE from Tank's Hot Dogs. All right, Tank. Jameson McMillan. So Same thing, you want to sell hot dogs?
Yes, hot
Okay.
dogs and chips.
Cool.
Any questions of the applicant?
I'll make a motion, we approve P14 for Tank's Hot Dog.
Second.
All in favor?
You do have, I don't see your, yep, I see your state license. You're good. Perfect.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, so correspondence and Miss Flanagan brought up some that do have to do with affordable housing in town. Well, not in town, but affordable housing. And if anybody wants to pull them, we've already acted on these issues in one way or another. And we also have looked at the Portsmouth issue, and I think that is litigation. It's going to be good for the lawyers involved, and I think this is going to be dealt with best by legislation and not litigation. We've already had that discussion. But if anyone else wants to pull it and have a discussion on that issue, feel free. If not, is there a motion to approve correspondence?
Motion to file, accept and approve. Accept and
Second.
file, yeah. All in favor, yep.
Is second, is there all in favor?
Aye,
Thank
Aye.
you.
all 42 of them.
All 42, my fingers are real slow. Page what, 14 or 13 for new
13.
business? 13, new business. Discussion and action regarding a letter from Pamela Dunn regarding approval for a public parking signage. Is Ms. Dunn here? Hi, can you tell us a little more public, please come to the microphone and let us all know about what your situation is down there, and we'll give you our opinion.
Thank you. Yeah, I just love some help and support and maybe opinions or guidance. So I've owned my hair salon down on Water Street for 13 and a half years. And down at the bottom of Bowen Street, where Davis comes out, it's like that dead end corner area. All along the fence parking that abuts the Tourister building is all public parking. I've called the police station many times confirming. I've called the town assessor confirming, and the Department of Public Works has confirmed that they could put up public parking signs. The reason being is in the course of these 13 years, my clients, myself, my employees, I have 6 of us who work there. So at any given time, there could be 12 clients trying to find parking, and we're continuously harassed by the residents over there, claiming it's their public-private parking, and they've threatened to have us towed. They've left notes on our windows. Most recently, I did have to have someone get dispatched because someone just came. She had parked down Bowen and was tooting and swearing from the car, swung the door open with a salon full of people and just swearing, yelling, saying, "We're going to get it. This is, I've had enough of you people." So it's just a lot of confusion. I think they're just obviously misled.
Were the police dispatched to the?
Yeah, and she was lovely. The police officer was lovely, and as we said, there's.
Were those people spoken to though?
I don't know. I actually never got any feedback. She said I knew what the woman's car like. I went outside. I just walked over and I said, "This is inappropriate. You need to leave immediately. I am calling the cops." I followed her out so I could see the car she got into, and her car is always parked next to mine, so I knew exactly.
Unfortunately, some people in town mistake public parking for personal parking.
Yeah, and then one of my other coworkers the next day got her window knocked on, and the guy said, "Just so you know, anybody who's a non-resident parking here is going to be towed by the police department." And she said, "Well, I actually heard the exact opposite. My owner just called and confirmed," and he said, "Well, I don't know what to tell you, but the police are going to start towing you people." And I called again just to double check, and that's when I called the assessor and the town clerk.
I have a question for the solicitor. Mr. DeSisto, do we have the ability to do a door-to-door canvassing in that area? In regards to letting people know that this, all the threats and all the accusations are not founded in truth, that it's public parking, and that they don't have the right to you know,
Harass.
do this, harass people. Thank you, yeah.
Delegate that.
To the police.
Administrative.
But I'm saying like, do we, because I know it's a small neighborhood. We know the house,
Davis
we know
Street,
the,
yeah.
where the cars are. And I think this is a very good opportunity for a public outreach. I just want to know if we legally can do that.
You can, yeah.
Ms. Paula Castro and Mr. Hanley. Mr. Hanley, go right
The
ahead.
first thing I have a question for is, and this would be to all the department heads involved, have we confirmed that the area she's talking about is public parking?
Yes. I
Oh,
have.
yeah.
We have confirmed that.
Yes.
We do have a brand new sign machine at the DPW. I mean, why don't we just have a couple of signs made up saying, this
Public
is
parking.
public parking, reserved parking not allowed, or this is
Just public.
not
parking.
reserved parking, public parking. Now, I want to put the not reserved in there so these people can't say, well, it's public, but it's ours.
Well, my next question is to the solicitor again in regards to the violation. When we have no parking areas, we have a violation, people gets ticketed and we have to ordain that area. Is there a process that we go through in regards to it being public, where if people believe it's theirs, there's a legal component to that? Or could we create an ordinance? I'm not even,
That's considered to be trespassing. If it's public property and it's for the use of the public, and somebody is preventing members of the public from using that, that's considered to be trespass.
Do we want to put a 2-hour limit on it?
well,
Well, that's stuff for us because we work
these guys are
sometimes
working
long
down
days,
there.
and that's what we.
Okay.
I try to get me and my employees to park in
And
the
a
back so
haircut, maybe.
clients can get
A little longer. as well.
colors.
No
4 hours.
overnight parking.
Well, we don't want to necessarily
Now I feel bad.
penalize the
Right.
the neighborhood. We just need
Yeah.
them to understand that they may have to walk,
So,
100 feet.
so one of the issues we've had, because I'm your neighbor, I just realized that.
And Mr.
familiar-
Lito owns property on the street.
And what's happened over the years is they never got ticketed or towed when they parked there. So what would happen is they cleaned the snow and all of a sudden they thought they owned the road.
Yeah.
Now, this is a common sense issue that it's sad that we have to put up signs, but
Well,
I
the-
think the signs would be the easiest.
Public
solution.
parking.
Mr. Rego, and for the public as well, I'll speak to the public. Mr. Rego and I both, and Mr. Hanley, remember when that was the driveway. That was a driveway to the American Tourister.
Oh.
And the second driveway was put in when the warehouse was built. So that was always open. Then when the company changed and tractor trailers changed, they started using the Water Street and the 91 Main Street, and that gate never opened. And people, again, weren't ticketed because we were nice, but they've confused our hospitality with weakness in regards to now taking advantage of it.
If I could make a suggestion, if we're going to do something with the parking, that it gets to a certain point where they almost block Davis Street. If a fire truck someone wanted to go by, that maybe we have angle parking there or a signage saying no parking in a certain area. We really shouldn't have to do any of this, but
Is the
common
lot
sense.
right?
It's not the lot. What's happened is
It's an
now,
open area.
now that the street is Davis and Bowen is one, that entrance area is now a solid fence.
Okay.
And usually when we say we want to send something to the traffic commission, it's because it has nothing to do with the traffic commission. But in this case, I do think we should send this to the police chief and fire chief, building official and DPW, and have them take a look, as well as our planner, to take a look at what's their best recommendation. So we just don't come out from the hip over here.
Well, I think I would make a motion to that, but I would say, let's put up the signs and refer the parking arrangements to the traffic commission.
Yeah, Mary, how hard would it to make a public parking sign and just put it up and then have the traffic commission come back with a recommendation?
But I do think we should have a police component, because I don't want this business to be victimized by that neighborhood. And it sounds like there's already been verbal harassment.
Yeah.
And God knows what else. Ms. Paula Castro, whatever you can add to this, please.
So I think, for a sense of timeliness and taking action on this, that it would make sense for us to do what we would do if there was something before the planning commission or the zoning board of appeals, and pull the abutters list and have an official letter from the police department in with DPW potentially, and send written correspondence as well as posting it.
The only issue with that is that the abutters list will be the property owners, and I'm assuming that they are not owner occupied there.
Correct.
Most of the people are not, who are,
Right, so we could also send it out to the paper and have them run it in the paper and also signage.
Well, it's an awful, yeah,
I think we should just do a door-to-door canvassing.
yeah.
That's cheap.
And I will just add, I don't think there's anything wrong with the parking. It's not blocking anything. There's no disruption to it. It is, even one time someone had put a cone there and, you know, the police had to come out for something else and they're like, this is town property. They can't even have this cone, and they took it. So it's.
Yeah, we're
I don't
dealing
think
with
the-
cones on Water Street as well.
I think a sign,
I
we
think
could put up a
this-
sign
yeah.
quickly and, you know.
Yeah.
And then it's clear.
And
no
we'll
one-
also have the patrol come down and, well, we're gonna leave how they want to deal with their end of this up to them, but if the patrol comes down and the warmer weather, a lot of people are outdoors over
Yeah.
there, and we'll probably be able to get our point across. So there's a motion for the public parking
A
sign.
motion to install the public parking signs and to refer to the traffic commission for maybe striping or
Great
see if there's a
place.
layout to get more use of the parking space.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Lines.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you for bringing this forward.
Thank you.
And again, I want to make sure you realize, please call the police if there are
Yes.
issues. Don't get into arguments. Turn around, walk away. We know where these people are, so, and, you know, we don't want something dumb happening. Okay. You're welcome. So we all voted?
yeah, we do.
Yep.
Thank you. Discussion, next we have new business two. Discussion and action regarding all town fees and fines. Mr. Rego, and this has been
Yeah,
in
so.
conjunction with the budget committee.
Yeah, so working with the budget committee, we're gonna need to table this because we're still working on this. One of the suggestions is to create one ordinance with all the fees and fines, and so again, we're working on that.
You think if we go to next month, you'll be all set?
I'm hoping to by next month.
I'll make
There isn't a lot of changes to be made, but
I'll make a motion, we continue new business 2
Yes,
to the May
meeting.
town council meeting.
All in favor?
Aye.
Oh, wait, is there a second?
Oh, second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Next, we have a discussion and action regarding special revenue accounts.
Yeah,
This
so
is
the-
also Mr. Rego.
Right, so this is just FYI, we are still working on it. Mike Labruzzi actually is working on these special revenue funds. One of the things he's waiting for is the auditors to finish the audit. And that is something that once everything's all set, I'm hoping that we'll have a report on a monthly basis, so we know where it stands on a monthly basis. So again, there's no action to be taken on this.
Do you want to
Continue
slide
it
it off
or-
till next month?
No, there's really no action to be taken on.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
just-
but aren't we going to discuss it next month? I mean, we can't do nothing and have it an agenda item, I guess, so.
Yeah, in other words, if
This
you,
was more of an FYI
All
because
right.
one of the things on the ordinance with the budget is so that we're informed about all these different items. So that's what all of
and
it.
then
Okay.
once we know what we have, then we can have a discussion.
We
on
can have a
action on how to-
discussion,
how to
yes, how we're
expend it.
gonna go forward
Okay.
with it.
And before discussion and action regarding our 5-year capital plan.
And again, this is something that was in front of us and part of my ordinance, it was something that we reviewed, but I think we reviewed it during the budget process,
We
so
did.
I just wanted to put it on the agenda, but I don't think there's any action to be taken. And I think the 5-year plan, and Bianca, you can correct me on this, is this something that if something else comes up, we could add to down the road, or is this something that we have to do only at budget time?
Doesn't say when it has to be done, it can be done at, my understanding of the ordinance is it can be done at any time. Your ordinance is kind of vague.
Mhm.
It's under duties of the town manager and various directors. And it requires a 5-year capital improvement plan with an annual review. And part of that capital improvement plan goes into the state TIP, transportation improvement plan, as well as the comprehensive plan. And you can update those biannually.
Okay,
Okay, so no action needed.
no action needed.
We're working on it. Next, we have a discussion and action authorization for the town council president to sign a recreator licensing and permitting agreement with Log. Is there anybody here that has anything to say about this?
Thanks, Log.
Links log. NB5. Picture of a little
Is this for
dog.
the keeping track of the moorings and the
Oh,
slips
this is
and
the
stuff?
mooring one, yeah.
So we put a dog on the mooring. All right. See this? All right. So, Mr. Silva, you have anything you want to tell us about this,
Yeah,
this program, this?
we spent some time and interviewed two companies that have similar businesses. We found that Links Log is a much better fit for Warren. I had members of the Harbor Commission involved in all the meetings. And I've kept Manager Sullivan involved the whole way through. What they do is they not only just process all the payments that we take, they also manage the wait lists.
And these are, you're talking about the moorings.
Well, moorings, docks.
I'm just trying to get it out here. Let us all know what it is you're,
Okay, I didn't know how much you.
everything. The
Okay.
public doesn't know anything about it, and
Okay. They also manage all the wait lists for, again, docks, kayak and dinghy racks, which are extensive. And they're gonna update the lists annually with a fee that you guys are gonna have to set, whether it be $10, $25, which has never been done. So now the lists are long, but they're not real. I had to go through 25 people to get one person to take a town dock slip last year. And because I sold my boat, I moved out of town, this will keep the lists active and updated. There's a lot of public safety stuff that's very helpful. Their program will have all of the moorings on a NOAA chart that I can take and put on a tablet and bring it out on the boat. One scenario is a boat's taken on water. In the past, I would have to come to the office to get the boat owner's phone number and then go get a pump and try to help the boat out. Now I can just click on the tablet and it'll have the phone number, the owner, their address.
in the location of the mooring.
And the location of the mooring.
And there's a fee that'll be passed on to the user.
Yeah, well, we have a fee, $450 one-time fee. That's just to build the system.
No, I'm sorry, I got ahead of you maybe.
Yeah.
When the person who goes onto the site
Yeah,
is putting their information in,
correct.
there's a charge that they pay, not the town.
Right. They pay, it's in the $5 and change range. The other company we interviewed was in the $7.45 price range. Newport and Block Island both use the system that I like. That I'm hoping Links Log. And I spoke to the Block Island Harbor Master at length. And she just had great things to say about it.
All right, Mr. Rego.
So a couple of months ago, I went to a Harbor Commission meeting and Joe had, I don't know, a stack of applications for moorings and stuff, and a lot of them weren't full, so he had to go back and forth. So this is gonna eliminate a lot of paperwork. It makes a lot of sense that everything's automated.
Yeah, right now, with the new system, they won't be able to pay for their mooring until they've uploaded their certificate of insurance, their current registration. They won't accept the payment until that has been satisfied.
And how soon?
Where
will this
now
all
I'm
be
getting
implemented?
applications back with just a check, then I have to mail the
You
check
have to
back.
chase them down.
I'm
Lot
just
of
going
stamps.
back and forth.
And if they miss your office hours, so this is available
Tomorrow-
online 24/7.
Tomorrow's the final deadline and we have somewhere around 85 unpaid moorings still. And
All right,
we're gonna be granting an extension and trying to chase the money. I mean,
again,
can't take the revenue hit, so we gotta find the people and get the money. This system will make it a lot quicker and easier.
Ms. Cronin, you have a question?
Yeah, how soon will this be implemented, up and running, everything?
He said 4 to 6 weeks.
Okay, so
It
this.
won't
means
take
that-
payments this year. It'll be for the next cycle.
Okay,
But it'll allow me to operate the system, and learn the system before we start getting into payments and whatnot. I pretty good confidence in this company. They came across well.
so you'll be inputting all of the
All of the data
data.
that I
the
have will
info.
go into their system.
Okay,
They put it in a vehicle.
They do. They
think
built,
that was
they,
the question.
the $450 that we're being charged
Mhm.
is the fee for them to build the software.
So the total cost is what, 30?
No, 450. The
450.
Oh,
30
yeah,
is
that's
paid by the
right.
people
Okay.
doing.
Yep, I look down, I see it.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we approve, the contract with Lynx Log.
Second.
Prior to signing, just I want to check some of the,
Contract.
Pending solicitor approval.
yeah, there's something that just check, I'm sure it's fine, but I just. Okay.
Pending solicitor approval. I'll
Is
add
there a
that to my
second?
motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Thank you for bringing this forward.
Thanks for your time.
Next, we have, is there an NB6 as I turn
Yes.
the page? NB6. This week, discussion and action and permission regarding the usage of the town hall steps for two 250th committee events, one on Sunday, May 3rd, and one on Saturday, July 4th in the early, 9 o'clock?
Yes, it
9
is.
o'clock?
Yes.
Okay, tell us a little bit about what you're doing.
Sure. My name is Sarah Weed. I live at 23 Bridge Street. I'm here on behalf of the 4th of July 250 Committee. And we plan to read the Act of Renunciation at noon on May 3rd. The Act of Renunciation is Rhode Island's Declaration of Independence. And we see ourselves as the first state to declare, or first colony to declare independence from the king. So it talks about we no longer give him allegiance. So it'll
Do you have a reader for that?
Yes, we do. Mr. Pascal has agreed to do that reading that day.
That's me.
Mr. Di
For
Pasquale.
those of you who can't quite.
Steve
Mr.
Pasquale. Steve
We've known each
Pasquale.
other for what, 25 years?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I love it. It only happens when you publicly say my name.
So the guy's name's Joe, right?
So
That,
it'll be a very short ceremony. We would like to have a booth in order to give out more information about other events and also sell a couple of items.
great.
And then on Saturday, the 4th of July, we'll read the Declaration of Independence. We don't know yet exactly who's going to do that reading.
Not
but
me.
that-
It won't be Mr. Pascal.
Won't be me.
That's the day of the parade.
It'll be in Bristol.
But in that case, we probably would not have a booth. We don't need to get into the building. We just need the use of the steps and maybe a little bit of the sidewalk. One reason that we chose May 3rd as the date is because it's close to May 4th, which was the initial date of the declaration, but also because of the spring stroll that day.
And it's a Sunday.
Yes.
The 4th is a Monday,
Yes.
if I remember.
No,
Or-
the 4th is a Saturday, I believe, isn't it?
Well,
So you
July
just said-
4th. July 4th is a Saturday.
No, May 4th.
May 4th.
Oh,
Excuse
okay.
me. So we're doing it on May 3rd, which is a Sunday, because Monday is,
I got you.
And there is a townwide event called the Spring Stroll on May the 3rd.
So I
There'll
may,
be a lot of.
I may have a huge crowd in
You're
front of
gonna
us
get
as we
Big.
separate ourselves from England.
I will make a motion to allow the 250th committee to use the steps on Town Hall on Sunday, May 3rd and on July 4th of this year.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, but
Thank you, Ms. Weed.
just thought I would mention a couple of events that are coming up.
Go right
very
ahead.
soon. One is on April 25th at 10 a.m. We'll be dedicating a Liberty tree at Burrs Hill Park. The state will be here because they are the ones who donated a tree to every town in the state, and they're giving us a red maple. And on May 2nd, we're having a Johnny Cake breakfast. And I'm kind of pleased that we are reviving the May breakfast concept.
Yeah.
I haven't been to a May breakfast and I don't know when. And that's from 9:30 to 11:30 at the Methodist Church.
All right.
Great.
And that's the big white church,
Yes.
for those of you who need to know, other than the Methodist church, the big white church, the big white steeple.
Thank you.
All
for
right,
your
great.
approval.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Next, we have NB7, discussion and action regarding a resolution. This is in opposition to House Bill 7369, which would be mandatory.
Didn't we continue this already?
Well,
It's on the
yeah.
agenda
This one
twice.
we can do without them. because even though he's not here, the issue's in front of us and they may vote on this before next month, correct?
Yeah, I would be in favor of voting on this. We are going to is it a seminar? Myself, Brian, and some people on the budget committee. So if there was anything that was out of the ordinary or make us want to change our mind on this, we'd let you know, but I don't think it's.
Well,
gonna
yeah,
be
let
the
me,
case.
so thank you, gentlemen. Let me finish reading that. This is what this House bill, if passed, would make it mandatory that what we call OPEBs in the budget, which stand for Other Post-Employment Benefits, we fill those levels voluntarily, the town, with the advice of our financial advisors. This bill, if passed, would make it a very big burden, and I believe it would cost the town about $500,000 if this bill were to be mandatory. So if you'd like, I'll just quickly read this. Whereas House Bill 7369 was introduced into the General Assembly on January 28th by Representative Felix and others, and whereas this act would amend the audit compliance requirements for municipalities' contributions to pension funds under the audit of accounts and installation of systems. And whereas specifically this act requires municipalities that contribute materially less than 100% of the actuarially determined contribution for other post-employment benefits. And whereas this act also requires municipalities to submit to the Auditor General within 3 months of completion of the annual audit, a plan with recommendations for future contributions to achieve 100% actuarial funding. Whereas this act will cost each and every municipality hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to achieve the strict compliance standards set forth therein. And whereas the requirements set forth in the current statute, RIGL 45-10-15, are more than adequate for municipal OPEB compliance. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Town Council of the Town of Warren that the Town Council, Section 1, that the Town Council of the Town of Warren officially expresses its opposition to H 7369 and respectfully requests that the Honorable General Assembly not enact House Bill 7369.
Make a motion on that resolution?
There you
Can I
go.
speak on that before we vote?
Yes, so there's a second discussion.
This is, obviously, this is financially a burden to the cities and town. But this is the same stuff that got the whole state into trouble with the pension system. Let's not pay it all now. Let's pay it later. Let's pay it later. Let's pay it later. Eventually later shows up. So I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna vote on this, but I don't think it's a bad idea. Pay for what you're supposed to pay for. Don't pay for things that you don't supposed to pay for.
Right, but the real essence of OPEBs is if you look at when you're retirees.
I know exactly what you're
So
when they
we
retire.
look
Right.
at the amount we have, and it's pretty healthy for those that are about to retire to carry that load.
Correct.
I'm not saying that that is, irresponsible. But the flip side is to fund it 100%, which if this were to pass, I've been told would be $500,000.
But then we wouldn't have to refund it every year.
Oh, yeah.
If you're funding 100% of what your expected OPEB is, you're funding it for the way I see this is you're funding it for what you have, the OPEBs for every employee is already a dollar amount right now, correct? Whatever it is.
I think it's
That's the
something
way
that
I'm reading
changes
that.
every year.
So depending on how long somebody's been, if somebody's close to retiring.
Correct, they're gonna
it's
get more.
That's what we
Right.
do. We
But
look
I
at,
think our position, our town position, the prudent thing to do is to have a plan in place. But what the state wants to do is shove something down our throat that
Right.
maybe Providence or Pawtucket plan may be totally different than Warren.
they may be in the hole.
Right.
We're
Right,
not in
maybe
the
a
hole.
hole. So-
No, I'm just saying that's what got the whole pension system in trouble because everybody kept kicking the can down the road.
Right.
I understand, but
Eventually, you kick the can too far down the road, it falls in the gutter.
I don't think they're the same, the same.
You don't want to force things.
If I may.
You may, for
There's a
discussion.
separate Law about funding OPEB. And what this does is, this proposal would accelerate the funding of OPEB. So the question becomes, does the current law adequately address OPEB reserves to protect the towns? Representative Felix says no, and she's put this bill in, which basically says you've got to do the 100% funding right now, as opposed to, as Councilman Rigo said, you have a plan.
Yeah, which
in
year the
place
play
to
may
get to the
play may
100%.
retire.
Yeah, so you can't just tax people for something that's gonna happen down the road.
It's a debt that the town has already accrued.
Yeah,
But we are in a healthy position.
Right.
And right
No,
now,
I
$500,000.
know, but suppose, I don't know.
Suppose everybody were to
eight
retire,
people go unexpectedly.
we'll have to come up with a fund.
would have to go into the
We'll
general
have to come
fund.
into the fund.
All right, I just wanted to.
It's a
let my
valid
concerns
discussion.
out there that-
Yeah, yeah, and again, the state is forcing so much stuff down our throats that.
I think the state should do it with their budget.
Yeah,
So we had a healthy discussion
I think so.
and there's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
I'll vote in favor.
Next, we have the town managers, discussion and action authorization for the town managers to sign an agreement with Rubis to participate in the new national opioid 6 remnant defendant settlement.
Thank you, Mr. President and members of the council. This is a continuation of the large lawsuit that took place on the opioid crisis. These are 6 smaller remnants or groups that were involved in this. We received the information electronically to sign this. Again, it would be the process would be for payment would go through the Attorney General's office, which is the formula that has been set up already. So whatever the value is, it would come through the State Attorney General's office.
So we don't know,
I have no idea, yeah, what
but it'll be minuscule and
Yeah.
towns that don't have as much need will get more than we do, because that's the way this formula always works.
That's exactly correct.
Yeah.
And basically what you're gonna do, what I like to do is, equate what the town gets to how many, hot dogs all the way you can get at Rod's Grill. With these remnant defendants, you're looking at about 24 all the way at Rod's. There's some French fries.
I'll make them.
Nice plug for rods, but it's offensive
Yeah.
how the money is distributed.
The calculation is not good for several cities and towns, several towns, including Warren. You just didn't get a lot. Oddly, communities like Barrington and Bristol get a lot more than you guys do, although the need is greater here. That's not how it was calculated.
So we must hold the new Attorney General, whoever that person may be, responsible to make it a more equitable distribution of the funds.
I'll make a
Going
motion,
forward.
although this settlement is not a real wiener for us. I will make a motion that we authorize the town manager to enter in the agreement, into the settlement.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next, we have discussion and action regarding the unexpended obligated ARPA money.
Thank you, Mr. President. I've been working with the.
Wait, let me just let
Sure.
them know. So in front of you,
Got it.
okay, everybody has thank you.
Sure. I've been working with the finance director to determine how much money is unexpended that we had obligated, but as you know, there's some of the contracts or the prices came in less than what we had obligated. For example, we had obligated $220,000 for software for finance, and it came in at just over $88,000. So
Let me give a little quick roundup here. So for the public, the ARPA funds came years ago. We were allowed by process to submit projects that they approved. Those projects had a cost associated. If the cost was not in full, that we got a reimbursement in that balance.
Correct.
And we were allowed by the rules to redistribute those funds only to projects that were on the original list.
projects that were obligated right by December of 2024.
Of the original ARPA list.
Correct. That's correct.
So now we have a second bite at the apple, and the manager has worked with department heads to come up with a list. So the total amount we have to reallocate is $288,000.
Yes.
And your advice would be road paving and infrastructure improvements, put 100,000 there.
Correct.
And revenue replacement for the government services in the current fiscal year, and that would be $158,000. And the third would be wastewater treatment plant dewatering valve line repair or replacement, and that's $30,000.
That's
So, are there any discussion?
The revenue replacement, is that just gonna go directly into the general fund?
that will go into, yes, yeah.
Yeah. So in a way, we're gonna have an opportunity to
Yep.
reimburse ourselves and then whatever down the road. So is there a motion to approve the requests?
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Next, we have request for the authorization for the town manager and solicitor to enter into contract negotiations with the police chief. There it is. So, any questions of the manager at this time? I think we should enter into a contract agreement because I like our police chief.
I'll make a motion that we authorize them to enter into discussions with the police chief for a contract.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
There you go. Next, we have discussion and action regarding a recommendation from the town manager. This is one of the few jobs that the town council appoints. And if you remember, this was previously held by Miss Roy, Anne Marie Roy, and she did an outstanding job. And she was reluctant to leave until we had a replacement. And the heavens opened up, and we have someone here that's being recommended, someone that we all know with a lifetime of dedicated service to the town already. And Miss Susan Anarumo is here, and we would like to the council to approve that appointment as our social service director.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anarumo, would you like to come on down and get comfortable in front of the mic? And for those who don't know you, let the public and the council know your vast background and what you've done for the town. And probably, I hope, we'll keep doing.
Started many years ago. As a young teenager, I volunteered at Camp Stone Tower for summers and winters. Loved the children and adults there, helping them, which brought me to my nursing career. I became a registered nurse that I've been for over 40 years, almost 43 years. My last at Rhode Island Hospital, working in the ICU, the trauma ICU. And then moving on to becoming an EMT for the town of Warren, working for chief. Moving up to becoming a paramedic, which I am now, still doing calls, not as many as I used to, but still doing calls. I just recently retired from Rhode Island Hospital after almost 35 years there. My last position was working in a office. You had to be ICU trained. I had to take calls from outlying hospitals, hospitals in other countries. If people from Rhode Island were vacationing and got critically ill, and I would take the calls and talk to the doctors there, and I would have to find a doctor in Rhode Island Hospital, Miriam, tell them what's happening to the patient, and that we have to get them to Rhode Island because they don't have the services, get people from other countries, our citizens, back to Rhode Island to get the care they needed. Since I've retired, I miss helping people. I really, that was just everything to me. So I started not too long ago with the food pantry at St. Mary the Bay, helping there, assisting. And when I heard this position was available and the thought of helping the people in my town where I've grown up, and you know what I've done in the past, that maybe I could make a difference in people's lives.
I think you'll be great.
I do too.
I think you're the perfect person.
Right.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope it
So
all
we
works
can
out.
take that as a motion, a second.
We already voted.
We already voted.
All right.
We voted again.
I don't know where I was.
Good luck and thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
And we look forward to your monthly appearance and reports. Thank you. Okay, now we have discussion and action and authorization for the town manager to sign the memorandum of understanding between the town of Warren and the Warren Health Equity Zone concerning tree watering in the town during the 2026 summer months. Mr. Sullivan, should we ask Ms. Reed to come down, or did she add anything to this, or are you
No,
prepared?
I think it's pretty straightforward.
Okay.
It's, you know, the HES is going to have volunteers, and also they're also gonna pay one individual to go around to water the trees that we just planted that, you know, need to be watered during the summertime. So part of the agreement is that, you know, the town will supply certain things, and one of the things is which Mr. Rego brought to my attention was insurance coverage, but it's liability insurance, it's not any health or any type of other insurance like that.
So you were able to plug that in?
So yeah, I've talked to Mr. Reed about that already. They're gonna amend the MOU, and also, I believe it has to be signed by the council president, so they're gonna amend it to.
No problem. It falls under our umbrella. Mr. DeSisto.
Ryan, trust signed off on that.
We did talk to the trust on that, but
And they're okay.
they're okay with it. But I will send a copy of the MOU to them as well to make sure that, but we did talk to them. Yeah.
Yeah, just a correction. So this will be for sort of the 3 seasons of spring, summer, and fall. So not just the summer months, but we are recruiting 5 groups of 5. So we're looking for 25 volunteers and some team captains. And so, you know, this is a town lift that we take care of these trees that we have planted, 18 street trees, and then the trees that are at the park as well. So thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank
Can
you.
we put a notice for volunteers on the town's website?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Okay. So is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Mr. DeSisto. We have a discussion and action regarding the presentation of claim from Atkin Law. And
This matter is already with the trust. I'm going to ask you to deny the claim formally and formally refer it to the trust, although they already have it and they're already working on it.
Make a motion to deny and forward it to the trust.
Second?
all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Marshall. We have the revenues and expenditures here. And we have the cash balance report. Are there any questions of our finance director? Who's doing a great job.
Thank you.
You know what? I agree. He's doing a great job.
And it-
So, the
I
cash
mean, you're our cornerstone, just so you know. Really, we're only able to do what we do knowing finally, again, that our cash general fund abilities are there. And we're lucky to have Mr. Rego and Mr. Abruzzi, all of our volunteers on the budget committee and you. So really, we're not just, saying it, we mean it. We've been through the ringer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any questions? His report's right here. Dorego.
No, I'm good.
Okay, motion to accept. We
So
don't need a
moved.
motion to accept, but there's one. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Next. Dun, 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 dun.
Now, remember, your contract was under review, so.
I'll be a good boy.
Discussion and action regarding bids for a drone EVO Max 4T XE bundle from Ortel Robotics. You're going to the sky.
Yes, we got we did go out to bid. We got 2 bids, and one for 10,600, the other one for 6,200, and the 6,200 is actually a better model, so we're asking permission to use that one.
We have the funds all
It's
put
gonna
away
go,
for
it
this?
comes through the forfeiture money account, so.
Okay.
Special revenue.
Is this the one we plugged $16,000 for? In
No.
capital? No. What was the 16,000?
That was
That's,
Vest.
okay, yeah.
I'll make a motion, we approve the bid for the drone from Autel Robotics.
Is there a second?
What do you see off the robotics? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
B and H photo.
Says it in the,
Autel Robotics, it's right on the
on the-
line.
the agenda.
Because in the bids, I'm seeing, Louis Gutman. Is that the same person?
I guess Autel Robotics is the maker of the drone.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, and I'll clarify my motion.
B&H.
From
photo,
from
video.
B&H Photo and Video in the amount of $6,204.93.
Second.
Mr. Gutman. All right, motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Hopefully we'll find somebody if they're lost. No, the drone.
Yes.
Request permission to overspend the police overtime account. This is 01540-1030 for $20,000 to be offset by the police training account 01540002295. Pretty straightforward.
Great. Well, I'll make a motion, and then I want to.
So we have a motion. Is there a
I'll second
second?
it.
And now Mr. Rego has discussion.
Yeah. So Roy, 20 years ago, we used to have a big issue with overtime, and I remember the 280,000 back then, which was a lot more back. But anyway, my question is, and we added police officers, did that make a difference on the overtime?
Yes.
It did. Okay. If times are different, 280,000 is different than years ago.
Yeah, definitely makes a difference when you're.
Again, when I saw that, was a question. That was all.
But we're having some trainings. We already have some. They did the AR-15 training with the officers. We're doing TASER training. May 2nd, we got the annual qualifications in May 18th and 19th and 21. So we're just moving some. Probably move some more before the end of the year, but right now we're moving that 20,000 from the training account to the overtime.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Rego. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, next we have Rec Director, discussion and action regarding Warren's 26 summer concert series. We have Back in the Day, Steve Anthony and Persuasion, East Bay Wind Ensemble, Addison Trio, Heart and Soul, Broken Roses, Rude Boy, Stepping Out, Crush Velvet, Down City Band.
There is one that Austin she needs to redo because that's John's name on
And one, can't we
Oh.
just cross it off and put my name
it. I can.
or redo it? And we have the stamp and we
Want me to sign it too?
Yeah, that's what I said earlier. You didn't realize what I was talking about.
No, I didn't.
So there it is. And is this being funded by donations?
Yeah.
Oh,
Make a
Chris,
motion.
you're like, I don't know how to shake my head. Yes or no?
Yes.
Rest of the question, donations. Yeah, great. So is there a motion
So moved.
and a second?
I'll second.
Congratulations, you have.
Thank
it.
you.
All in
Good
favor?
job.
Aye. Next, we have discussion and action regarding Learn to Row Small Boat Day at the Warrentown Beach, and that's on June 6th. This has become an annual event and a successful event, and I've had people say that they learned how to row. So, you want council permission? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion. Where did it go?
June 6th.
June 6th, small boat day at Warrentown Beach.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Town planner, discussion and action regarding Burrs Hill Park. Come on down.
Oh. Molly, what's the easiest way for me to do this? Just like, is there a clicker or do I have to point at you? Okay, so whenever we're ready. So I have a brief presentation and I'm hoping, I know this is a very sensitive issue. You guys have been talking about this since before I started. I'd like to get through the presentation first. It'll be quick and then go back for discussion and questions if that's okay.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to ask Director Hunt and Director Thibodeau to join me. And you guys can correct me if I misspeak. Okay. So Burrs Hill Park offers many advantages to the town of Warren. It provides creative placemaking. For those of you who have never heard that term before, it's a way to integrate arts and culture and design into community development as a way to revitalize public spaces, as well as boost community efficacy and economic development. It provides year-round recreation. In addition to the summer youth activities, there are walking paths, bike paths, sledding, and it butts the bike path and it's across from the town beach. Open space provides a significant amount of open space that is undeveloped green space that allows youth and families and individuals to spend time outdoors in a clean, safe environment. It's also an economic development catalyst for the town. You have your summer concert series there, which brings in not just locals, but visitors from around the East Bay. They don't just come to go to the concert and leave. My guess is most of them will stop and shop and eat and drink here.
I don't know how you roll up. Okay, there we go.
All right. So these are just some photos as it exists today. The primary feature being, retaining wall / seating area for lack
Whatever
of.
John wants to label it.
Okay.
Landscape feature.
And I know you guys, so this is some of where the tiers are crumbling. These tiers are probably well over 100 years old.
Original,
101.
original pour.
2024.
Okay. So for those of you who are
19.
not familiar with this type of construction, this was most likely what we call Portland concrete. And it could be reinforced concrete. I'm not quite sure. So what's the difference is they take the concrete or cement, they mix it with sand and gravel, which is why there's lots of little pea stones in there. And without doing any type of core sampling, we don't know if they used any type of reinforced metal structure internally. My guess is they probably did, especially for the higher tiers, based on that time. So picture it like a waffle iron. You have your waffle machine and you pour the batter in, and then you make your waffle. So what that means is this material is very dense, it's very heavy, and it is difficult to remove, and you have to grind it. So it's not just as simple as breaking up what you think of now when you think of your sidewalks or your driveways, based on the age of construction of materials used. Same thing, just for another angle.
You're bringing back junior high school days. Remember, John?
Well,
Before that.
I don't know what either one of you did there.
I'm just.
In the last 8 years, Director Thibodeau has managed to raise through grant funding, primarily from Commerce Corps and from Rhode Island Department of Environmental Management, over $560,000 for park improvements. These are your most recent ones. These will be your tents. They provide additional shading. So park improvements, what's next? And I know there's a spelling error. I caught it after the fact. So I'm going to show you some concepts in a minute of updated tiered lawns or tiered seating that I think will give you some options to consider, but also incorporate the nostalgia or the existing design of what's there, but making it something that brings it up to a modern age as it relates to bringing in creative placemaking, stormwater management, green infrastructure, increased shade. Yes, I know we just planted some trees. However, in the next couple weeks, the director is going to be putting up some sails. The big canopies, kind of testing them out, see what we think. Going forward, that could be a really good alternative for the park, especially in the summer months, in addition to the plantings. I don't know if you've ever seen some of the trees, other sails in other cities. They have them in different shapes. They make artwork out of them. They can have different colors, and they tend to be kind of a low impact, low cost, advantageous. We know that we need improved lighting around the basketball courts. I always want to say pickleball, but I know it's not. Tennis courts. Sorry. And tennis and pickleball. And there is the chance that we could relocate some of the existing lighting structures from Jamil's Park. Anyway, they're helping me to this park. You also need some new bike racks, and the previous facilities that used to host your bathrooms are vacant right now and could be upgraded for additional beach facilities, i.e. changing rooms. And then obviously stormwater management. Stormwater management is not necessarily what people think of it when you think of your gutters and your sewers. It's really kind of incorporated everything we design now, including rain gardens, different types of plantings. So if you want to go.
And that would work towards eradicating erosion.
Correct. So these are some of the options that I came up with conceptually, just to get a sense of what you currently have, what would be bringing it into the 21st century and what would make it fundable and long-term lasting. So this is, don't ruin it, Maya. I don't know if you can see, so this uses a significant amount of concrete, although it includes green infrastructure as well. I don't know if you can see, it's kind of dark, but the holes at the bottom, that allows water to run through and run out. Right now, the runoff from the hill is causing the trail to be wiped out and
Gone.
freezing. Like, so it becomes a slip and fall hazard as well. So this is one option. This is something a little bit more artsy, a little bit more green. It terraces out the hill a little bit more. Obviously, it wouldn't be exactly like this. This is just to give you some thoughts.
Potential.
Yes. This one's kind of between the first one, the second one. I actually kind of think this one kind of looks like, an amphitheater in ancient Rome, just with lots more grass.
Yeah.
And if you wanted to go really green infrastructure, low impact design, you could do a complete green terrace lawn. I know that you have some money put aside for this.
28,000.
Most of it towards
Five?
patchwork.
28, I lost. You.
No, I didn't get, did I get you all the way up to 28?
Yeah, I did.
It's the way of paying attention.
It's 28.
I would say unless, the directors or the building official disagree with me, this is maybe $28,000. That would be a patch job. It might get you through a year or 2 years. However, as we know, like with potholes, once a hole exists and water and ice can seep in, it's going to expand, it's going to crumble. The other option you have is, I believe it was $275,000 to demo and clear and replace.
No, 40,000.
40 to clear.
Oh, 40 to clear.
I still think that number is too low.
It's a bid from a company.
Yeah, but I think without knowing.
Bianca, my experience on this council goes back 20 years. If you put $1 million, it costs you $999,000. Okay, so that high, low.
Okay, I just think that without us knowing what the materials are internally, if there is rebar, if there is metal framing,
Yeah,
you get one of those great big machines now.
Just so you know, it was included in the bid. We separated demolition of the concrete, removal of the rebar, and taking it out.
Yeah.
It is on the lower side, but it's a company that bid on it, and that was
okay.
It was additional for the landscaping afterwards. We broke it all down so that we could see what options we had, because I feel DPW could do the landscaping. And if the removal of the structure were done, it would absolutely be able to be put in a position where you could then apply for grants. We wouldn't have to worry about the liability with the trust, and we could get grants based on the water remediation aspect.
And I could be wrong, but I still think 40,000 based on the scope of work on the bid is going to be it's going to be hard to make that doable.
Well, the others were 55,000. I mean, it wasn't so low that it was unrealistic.
I've done a lot of demo and clearances of structures like this, and I've very rarely been able to I've had ones where they're like, oh, it's 120,000, and then it's $500,000 once they figure it out. But that's just, I'm playing devil's advocate there.
I'm hoping these gentlemen will increase by 12,000 and let us.
Why don't we go to the last
You just
slide for a
said
second?
we could get some grants with the water runoff. One of the designs she showed clearly took care of the water problem.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
she could get grants for rebuilding it rather than just ripping it down. And
We
make
have
it
to,
hill.
we have to, we
Yes.
have to take care of the liability.
Hey, guys, hold on. Gentlemen, please, council, let me finish this for 1 second. So, yes, we can get grants. However, it is very hard to get grants when we don't have any engineering and design work. A better use of the funds would be to let us go out for bid for engineering design for a feature to replace what you currently have. That makes it fundable potentially under Commerce Rhode Island and site readiness.
Bianca, one of the issues we have, people that lived in town for a long, long time, we like that there.
Yes.
And I've talked to a lot of people in town, and they like it there. Tony, quick question. That was a donation by Mr. Martin. Was there any restrictions on that?
No.
Here's the thing, I've been doing research on this, I can't find anything on this. And because I can't find it, I can't say that there's restrictions on it. I can't, unless somebody can produce those records,
No.
I have no idea.
Now, I have another question for you. And it would be the exact wording of our demolition ordinance. Does it say building or structure? Because if it says structure, that's over 100 years old. That's going to need approval by the historic committee. That, to me, and to a lot of people in this town, that has more historical value than some of these dumps they're trying to save on Water Street that should be torn down.
Oh, my God.
John, that is just.
So I will just say this, and if you want to replace like with like, that makes it very difficult to make it fundable in today's grant world.
Well, I like the one with the little green
So-
grass on top.
Yeah.
It still look the same.
Yes,
from
and
a
that's what I
distance.
try to do is incorporate different aspects of what could be funded.
So
But-
I agree with you, John and Louis. I was against taking them down. I feel the same way that you feel. I feel that they are a institution. When you think of the park, you think of that area.
No, you
It's-
think
no,
of the
wait a minute.
hill.
What's that? No,
Think
listen.
of the stairs and the
You
hill.
do.
Listen, all right, I think of it all. I think of it all. But what I'm saying is I understand where they're coming from. But I also changed my perspective when I saw the plans that she was putting forward with it being more realistic and better maintained
Welcoming.
and welcoming whatever, but it still has the same shape and it still has the same design. But it fixes our problem.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you.
So I was in the same boat as you guys, but I do feel that we should give this a opportunity to see where it can take us.
Thank you.
No. This isn't, I'm not saying, I'm just
There
saying.
you are. You're doing-
She's talking about what she presented up
What-
there.
right.
Not just making a grass hill out of it, which you wanted to do.
Right.
Oh,
So
She's
yeah,
talking about the cement
So I-
ring that the
I
dirt.
support-
Oy vey. I agree.
And also, this would be a marathon, not a sprint. The grant world, it takes time.
I'm open. I'm
So-
open.
Yeah.
But I think the first thing we need to do is go for engineering and design.
Would that be like an RFP?
Yeah, or we could even probably do it a piggyback on the state master planning list, because we don't really know what the actual cost of anything is or how to apply for it until we do that.
So should we remove them to satisfy the liability from the insurance company?
No.
No, once they're out, they're never gonna go back.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true, Joe.
It isn't. We have a great plan.
I would
I
actually.
mean, if
prefer-
the
I'm not
plan
going
was
to throw
putting
this in.
together a
I'm
good plan.
concerned about the structural integrity.
Putting $28,000 on that is gonna be like not even frosting a cake.
I think I was recommending the money be maybe increased a little bit and then reallocate it for engineering design.
Why don't we
You,
increase
you
the
have a
money?
starting point. If you come up with some numbers and it needs to be increased, then you come to us and we
Yeah.
increase it.
Like most, I'm just so you know,
You know what, I
50,000.
like some of the things you did, but I'm not, I feel like Tara does, and I think maybe John does. So, I mean, do what you can, and then just let us know.
And just so you know, I've heard from many people who think that it's an absolute travesty that those are saved because they are crumbling in disrepair. They're a safety hazard. And I've heard just as much from those people. I know you're from here. I know you grew up here. I know you have fond memories of it, but you do not actually speak for everybody.
I speak for the people that call me and email me and talk to
Not
me.
speak to the people who email and call me.
But
too.
here's the thing. Kerry.
You're
Kerry, here's the thing.
Wait.
You're gonna
We're not gonna go in a back and forth argument.
We are.
Mr. President, you just brought something up. Here's the thing. We took a vote. It was 3-2, and this is where we're at now.
Right, good.
And that's the way it works.
Good.
So we're trying to make some sense of it and
And-
try to do something that's in the best interest
And-
of the
Okay.
taxpayers.
And I think that's,
Okay.
and I think we agree on that. We just said, didn't
We've sparked.
sound
an
like I'm
interest.
open-minded, didn't it?
We've sparked an interest from two people who were opposed. They're looking at a new and creative way of using it. I am simply speaking for the fact that the trust has deemed it a liability. And Mr. DeSisto is now coming up.
For candy.
Gonna get candy.
He's here for candy. No, you're here for candy. We all know, Tony.
I am a consultant.
So we do have, we do have an obligation to satisfy the safety aspect. And
I believe that motion to put that $28,000 in there was to make safe or make repairs, whatever was.
It's
gonna
not,
be spent.
it's not even close to it
You
enough.
can't put a fence around it for 28 grand?
But why would we do that when we can remove it?
Because it'll never come back.
Joe,
That's not true. You can put in your motion.
Joe, do you remember the discussion meeting when Steve had when we first talked about the park?
No.
And you were all excited about keeping those things there for people to sit on?
I want to keep half, John, if anything.
Yeah.
The whole left side facing it is a disaster.
You
You
know-
could put in your ordinance, I mean, in your motion, that they're mandated replacements.
yeah, you know, at the end of the day,
Those design features are great. You can do this.
at the end of the day, we took a vote. And there are a lot of times there are votes that we take here I'm not happy with, but you have to accept it.
Lewis,
Out of the process.
Lewis, it doesn't have to be like that. This is an opportunity for you to see a presentation that shows you
I like
potential.
some of the things in your presentation.
Okay, so put in your motion, we
If we want
demolish them.
to move forward something like that, but I'm not gonna redo what we did at the budget time for the 28 to make safe or repair.
John, you could make a motion.
I'm still good with the 28.
Oh, I can't believe that you guys are, you know, the cost of everything and the value of nothing. For God's sakes, you're making like a mockery out of this. You saw potential in those plans and you're sticking
And I
to
may make a motion
28,000.
to move forward with one of those.
I'm
not
asking you-
changing that task motion for the 28 to make safe or repairs.
Why? You won't even entertain it?
No.
Can I make a suggestion?
Thank you.
Well, the one thing that I haven't been able to find is anything on this Joseph W. Martin Trust. However, we have some leads. I'd like the opportunity to take a look and see if there's any restrictions because I keep coming up. That's the first thing. The second thing is we're gonna need a more definitive statement from the trust as to this structure, okay? Because I understand that, could be historic, and that's what the ordinance says. But as you've said to me, John, if it creates a hazard for the public, then all bets are off. So I do think we need something more definitive from the trust than we already have. Those two things I'd like to take a look at. And I also recommend that you have Beyond to proceed with some alternatives for whatever it is.
Yeah,
But I think that's the way you have to go forward tonight.
I don't think anybody here is against that, what you're.
No, I like the first one with the
Yeah,
grass,
well, we're not against
the
that.
cement and then the grass.
So why don't I go out for RFP for engineering design, get a sense of what that would cost us?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the first step. Then, we'll coordinate timeline. And in the meantime, I'll start looking at funding, since we know that the structure has to stay in place until the fall, is my understanding regardless of what we decide tonight.
Who said that?
Because you have summer camp coming up, you can't.
Can't have big heavy machinery in it.
Stuff. We have in writing from the trust a liability issue that's stated. It needs to be either, as John mentioned, put a fence around it or made safe, removed, repaired, or in John's wisdom, and he's correct, putting a fence around it.
Can I ask a question about what he just said about the trust? How was the trust notified about that issue there? Did somebody put in a complaint? Was there a formal complaint put in?
We always do this. I've got to tell you, Lou, one of the things that you have to do under the trust policy is to let the trust know what they're insuring and what the condition is.
Mhm.
So that was in the ordinary course.
Okay.
I'd like to have a definitive statement from them so that there's no question about this, because that may be dispositive on what you do here. So we'll do that.
Yeah.
I'd like a motion on those three things so we can go forward on it.
I can answer
Right now.
Lewis's, Mr. Rago's question. It was brought to our attention in writing and in this chamber by Miss Corey, what's
Caulfield's.
Caulsfeld. When we were having a discussion of a different matter, she brought this specifically. She's a neighbor and she's an architect. That's the original in writing complaint. Miss Weed has her hand up.
I want to follow up on what the solicitor just said.
Please.
And in your correspondence with the trust, could you also find out what they would consider adequate safety measures if we don't rip it apart?
We'll get the full analysis from, but it's, that's the liability, and as I said, that is gonna be dispositive on demolition anyway. Now, that's risky, but I think that's something that we need to do, and we'll check on the Martin Trust too.
Miss Weed had her hand up. Yes.
I just thought it would be helpful for Mr. DeSisto to know that the Martin Trust owns the Women's Resource Center. So you might be able to find documentation through them, or, but they'd know when the trust was set up or whatever.
Thank you very much, I appreciate that.
There's a board of directors for the Joseph Martin Trust, because in his decree, his trusts, there were several, were to help and secure the poor. And to my knowledge, there's been nothing ever stated about that donation of the bleachers. So there's how many motions do
We said three. I know two of them. One of them is directed to go out for RFPs for the reconstruction. The second one was to have.
Let's do the first one.
I'll make a motion that we instruct the planner,
Engineering and design.
go out for RFPs for well, that would be an RFP. Let's do the RFP first. Let's find out.
Go ahead.
An RFP for the engineering design of, I'm hoping for the landscape, the one I liked was the first one.
Yeah, with the
But yeah.
cement face with the grass, fine.
Yeah.
And
that-
drainage
yeah,
included.
Yeah, it's got the drainage.
Looks
included.
great. That's what they would have been.
Okay, so that would be my first motion.
Okay, is there a second? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Second motion would be that the solicitor be in contact with the trust to find out, what was that legal term? The liability, what?
I'd like to do it in conjunction with the town manager because we're dealing with the town's insurer.
Okay.
So that would be to the both of us to get an analysis on not only liability, but also the hazards of the structure.
Correct. So that would be my second motion, that the town manager and the solicitor reach out to the trust to get the hazard liability information back to the council.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Anthony, you said three motions. What was the third one you were
You
looking?
combine.
Research on the Joseph W. Martin Trust. We have the trustee, and we've got some good leads here. That should be delegated to the town manager and his assistant and the town clerk follow up.
I'll make my third motion to delegate the town manager, the town clerk, and their assistants to investigate the Martin Trust regarding the landscape feature down at Bears Hill Park.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, good work, everybody.
Thank you, Bianca.
So now we have the harbor master, and he's requesting permission to overspend in dock maintenance account 01560042020 for $4,500 to be offset by the assistant wages account 01560041030. This is right there. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to transfer the fund.
Is there $4,500? Is there
$4,500.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Nice. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Is there a second?